You ready to go for a drive? You ready? She's ready. Got some energy drinks, got my camera, got my Dodge. Hasn't been started in a bit. But today I've acquired an N body. Now, an N body is not as good as a W body. And you guys that are not too concerned or know what an N body is, it's a older GM in the 80s and early 90s. Grand Ams used to be N bodies. There was a couple other ones, but Grand Ams were your most common ones. But this one here is an Oldsmobile. So let's start the old diesel up and get going. So the reason why I'm going to go get this N body is I'm not paying very much for it. Now, it hasn't ran in a very long time, so it could not run. It could be fine. This is an Iron Duke that is in it. That's the reason why I'm buying it. Now, this is not a carbureted Iron Duke. This is still a throttle body Iron Duke, but they can be switched to carbureted very easily. And my rules say carbureted vehicles must be carbureted. Injected cars must stay injected, but it kind of doesn't say anything about throttle body cars, so it's a little bit of gray area. Again, these Iron Dukes are so old, not a whole lot of people even know that they're throttle body. Most people just think they were carbureted. To put a carburetor on it is very simple. But anyway, now one of the rules around me with two of the promoters is any car that came with a 4-cylinder factory can run Mini. So I can see my camera slowly vibrating away. So that means a Lumina that is a square body can run Mini. Yes, there is some rules to this. I can't put that in a bubble Lumina because the Iron Duke was never offered in a bubble. But if I get a square body Lumina, this can be offered in a square body Lumina. So that means around me, I can take my Luminas into Mini class because they're big cars around me. Anything over 106-inch wheelbase is large car around me. So by me doing this, I can run my Lumina in Mini cars against Camrys. So that's why I'm driving and gonna go pick this car up. I might run the N body depending on how rough it is at a smaller show, but they're known to go down pretty hard in the back. I know a lot of you guys actually really do like N bodies, but we're gonna go check it out. Buddy says it hasn't ran in a long time. It's an estate sale, so the gentleman that owned it passed away. I don't know if it's been in a garage, I don't know if it's been outside, but he tells me it does not run, and I'm getting it, like I said, at a good price. Basically scrap, a little bit above scrap. So I'm kind of excited. Harley's excited to be out of the house, and we're gonna go for a drive. It's definitely gonna be dark by the time that we pick up the car because he wants it picked up by 6. Normally I don't like buying cars in the dark, the rain, or the snow because you miss things. You miss rust, you miss broken pieces, you miss crappy things because you just want to get out of there. But let's face it, I know this car is going to be crappy. I've already been told it doesn't run, so you get what you get. Let's go pick it up. Well, this is what we bought. Are these 13s or 14s? I know they're Cavalier bolt pattern, but I'm not too sure. 13s, 13-inch rims. Yeah, so this is what I bought. It's a little rusty, but you know what? It could be much, much worse than what it actually is. I haven't taken a good look. Like I said, I hate buying cars in the dark, but I bought this one in the dark. The whole reason why I bought it is for the motor. Let's see if we can pop this hood and take a look. So this is why I bought it. Is she seized? Can't really get my hands on it very well, but you know, this is my first look at it. Where I bought it was in the middle of a field and there was no light. But we got it on the trailer. Look at that right there, 2.5 liter. I'm excited. But we're just gonna go grab something to eat and then we'll take a good look at this thing tomorrow in the daylight and continue this video because I don't think it's long enough yet. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Well, the good news is I got this thing running. It sounded like the fuel pump was out of fuel. So I put fuel in the fuel pump, and I guess there's a broken line on this thing, so I don't think I'm going to be trying to turn this thing off over anymore tonight. Disconnect the pump. There we go. Yeah, there is a nasty fuel leak in this thing. So I did get it to turn over, I did get it to fire just by dumping gas down the intake, but I guess there's a broken fuel line down there somewhere. Oh, I can see it. Look, you can see it right there. See how rusty that is? Don't know if you can see past the spider webs. So we will have to put in our own fuel lines, and there's the in and there's the out right there. So I think this thing's gonna run. But yeah, it's got a nasty fuel leak. I did have it kind of spitting and sputtering, running on gas. I poured down the throttle body, but yeah, that's the end of that for tonight. That's the end of that for tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let the gas just kind of evaporate. Gonna pull the fuse for the fuel pump, and then tomorrow I'll take out that looks to be about a 10 mil bolt and hook up an external fuel tank to this thing. Let's see if we can get it to fire. Kind of cool, believe it or not. I think this car is kind of cool. I've never seen an Iron Duke in a car before, and this is something new to me, and it's going to be a big learning curve. I know this car is not really the best type of car for derbies. I know that a Camry would just destroy this thing. But you know what? I don't know if I'm going to run it. I don't know if I'm going to let buddies run it. I don't know what's going on with it yet, but so far, it runs. Well, it did run until it did that. That's kind of no more attempting to try to start it tonight, because I don't want this thing to go up in flames. But one of the things I did find about this car, and find funny, look at this exhaust manifold. I think that's factory. Look at the nasty 90-degree bend this thing has. Like, what was I going to say? This thing's not really rated for performance. I think this thing is designed to lack performance in every step of the way. This thing's pretty much unmodified with just over 120,000 kilometers on it. It still has the original catalytic converter underneath it. Look at the motor mounts on this. But anyway, I'm kind of excited to get this thing home. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. Is that an external water pump? It is. The pump is right outside the block. I'm not a big fan of that on these. I like how the Toyotas are all hidden in behind, but the timing belt looks like a chain to the cam. Like I said, I haven't done anything with these Iron Dukes in the past. They're going to be a completely new kind of creature for me, but it doesn't really look like there's that much electrical to it. I'm going to probably come out here tomorrow and kind of karate chop everything I don't need out of the way. If not tomorrow, the next day. But yeah, I'm excited. Are you guys excited for something that's not Toyota Camry on this channel? It's going to be different. It's not going to be the best, but it's going to be different. I know that you guys have been asking for that. So thanks for watching, guys. Guess tomorrow, fix the fuel line, get it running, start removing shit you don't need. Like, I like how there's 3 cables. There's throttle, cruise control, downshift cable for the transmission, and then one to the actual throttle body. So we'll probably be getting rid of that and putting on a different, I guess that'd be throttle cable perch, so that it can just come straight out. But yeah, lots that we can do. Who knows, this might be even just getting carbureted. Pull the throttle body right off, throw a carburetor on it. I don't really know if they make carburetors for this, but God, they gotta make carburetors for this. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and the Iron Duke